Today I am on my way north towards Denmark to meet a friend of mine, and we want to visit Lego House and Legoland in Billund together. I stayed overnight near the city of Schleswig, just 20 kilometers south of the German-Danish border. When I am on the road, I always look for little independent Lego shops, because there you very often find interesting stuff you do not find at official Lego stores or at big toy stores. So now I am in a small town called Tarp at Speediebricks. What struck me most when I arrived just before they opened was the collection of Lego they displayed in the shop windows and, of course, inside.
Hello everybody and welcome to Bricks on an Island.
Now, the title of this new series is Hunting for Lego. As you know, in the normal general Lego stores and in most toy stores, you get a certain variety of set that Lego has actually in its program. But what I'm looking for now and here is sets that are either out of line already, that you can't get in a toy shop or at Lego online, or just any kind of old Lego that I might be interested in, that I see and I say, hey, that's a nice set, I want to have it, spontaneously, and then later on I show you what I bought at that specific shop. And it can be small sets, it can be big sets, they might be complete, they may not complete, maybe it's just a few minifigures. In this case, in Tarp at Speediebricks, I bought a set that was a giveaway on purchase in the early spring of 2026. Set number 40906, Restaurants of the World, Japan. And the place I was building it at is in a way something special. Because I had some time to go to Copenhagen, because I only had to be there late in the evening to check into my hotel, I went back to Schleswig, and there they have a Viking museum, Haithabu. Haithabu was a Viking trading point in the 9th and 10th and 11th century, and it was in those days, at its peak, the biggest city and the most important trading point in Northern Europe. They have a little Viking museum showing lots of artifacts from the Viking times, which were found on the premises of the old city of Haithabu. And where the city used to be, with in its peak 1,500 inhabitants, they have reconstructed some of the houses that they found. The trading point was so important that for some years it was the residence of the Danish kings. The glory of the city wasn't to last very long, because in 1066 it was destroyed by a Slavic army coming from the south. Let's have a look at the set now. What I like most is the top of this little sushi shop's roof. A brick-built shrimp nigiri with 2 chopsticks holding it. The white signs or flags under the roof are beautifully decorated, though I would have, as most AFOLs I guess, preferred prints to stickers. But I do not really care that much in this case. A little bar divides the space for the customers, with stools for 2 minifigures from the chef's kitchen area. The bar is nicely decorated with some sushi on 2 rectangular plates, bottled with soy sauce, and 2 pairs of chopsticks neatly placed next to the plates. Now let's have a closer look at the only minifigure in this set, the sushi chef. The minifigure has glasses on and smiles kindly with grey eyebrows. The torso has a chef's jacket printed on the front with a knotted white belt. The black legs and the cap have no prints. On the side of the shop we have 2 boxes and an empty bottle, which is a simple but nice little detail. On the back we can have a look at the interior of the kitchen. We have a little axe for chopping the fish placed on the right wall and a spoon on the left. I'm not sure what that 2x2 round plate on the left is supposed to be. Maybe a pot of rice? From the side you can see how the roof section is designed. The chopsticks and the nigiri are held in place by some technical elements. The red front of the roof, decorated with some branches and blossoms on the right side, is inclined to the street, held by two hinges from underneath. Back on the front of the restaurant you can see an advertising display which is also held by a hinge, and the otherwise boring side walls are spruced up a bit by using modified bricks with a clinker stone pattern. All in all, this sushi shop set is a nice little find, and I do not regret having bought it. It was €19.99, which is a fair price, I think, taking into account that this is a little GWP with almost 300 pieces. And I really enjoyed building it in Haithabu, last but not least, because fish was a major food for the people here 1,000 years ago. And with the sun shining and the beautiful view down to the bay of the Baltic Sea, I really enjoyed my time here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little video and happy building!